Geno Pettis Adventures. There you go. Hi, Mr. Felix. We got Mr. Felix here. Don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And if you need information about where I live in Colombia, call 505-501-8889. Mr. Felix, how is Medellin?
Medellin's great. Medellin's the city of eternal spring, so it's beautiful out right now. It hasn't rained in about 4 or 5 days, which is even better. And just living life, so everything's fabulous.
So what would you recommend to a guy your age? Would you ever recommend that they come out here in rural Colombia or in BFD, as you say?
Yes and no. I mean, if you've never been to Colombia, I think any parts of Colombia to experience it is great. But it really depends on what you like. Like if you're kind of a country guy or a country boy, then maybe rural Colombia isn't bad. But for me, I like, even though I do like peace and calmness. For example, me and my girl, we stepped about 40 minutes outside of Medellin maybe 3 weekends ago just to see what life is like out there, because even though Medellin's nice, it could be noisy. So it really depends what you want. But I like where you live. It's just a little bit like the one thing that it doesn't have that I like, and this is like something that I like living in high-rise apartment buildings. I don't want to live on the 4th floor, the 5th floor, the 8th floor, the 10th floor. It's always been my little like everybody has their fix, everybody has their thing. Like I want to live on at least the 15th to the 20th to the 30th floor. It's always been I always like being high up, high in the sky. So that's kind of the one thing that maybe San Hill or Bucaramanga might have, but living on the 5th floor, the 10th floor isn't really my thing. I want to live high up. So, but yeah, I think it really depends on what you like and where you're from and what you're used to. But I think personally, if they told me, hey, listen, you got to live in Geno City, which is like a real rural city, or you have to go live back in New Jersey, listen, I'm coming to where Geno lives because I don't want to return to New Jersey. So, it's not bad. It's just, I just like having a little bit of a city feel to it. Also having like a lot of things going on at the same time, being able to live in a high rise. So, but yeah, I think it's a good part. It really just depends what you like. I think it's better than the States.
Oh yeah. Well, a lot of people ask me, what do you do all it? How do you fill your time? I don't know. It just seems to go. I mean, I do a lot of YouTube stuff. I'm out videoing a lot. Maria and I go check apartments, go check hotels, go check stuff for my clients. And so it keeps me busy all the time. And then if that's not enough, I like to paint too. So I paint, and I exercise. Actually started exercising, Felix. I actually have 14, 15 days in a row that I've gotten off my butt and walked up the hill and back down.
Have you read 10 pages every day?
I have, but I have not made my first 75 hard. I have not made it because I haven't managed to drink a whole gallon of water.
Yeah, that gallon of water is that part, and the working out twice a day is the hardest part. As far as reading a book, no alcohol, eating clean, that to me is pretty easy. But the drinking a gallon of water and then one workout has to be outside, to me, I find that to be the most difficult part. But hey, it's a challenge for a reason. So
sure. I mean, if it was easy, everybody do it. Exactly. And you wouldn't have 500 videos on why I failed at 75 hard.
Yeah, I'm going to try it again. I'm just waiting a little bit of time, and then I'm going to give it another go.
Well, I'm just working up to it. When I'm physically not able to do it yet, but I'm getting better every day, and that's cool. And that's the beautiful part. There's just something about the mix of altitude, humidity, and warmth that makes these old bones feel really good, because the months I spent in New Mexico, and I want to get something straight too. I've had some people throw it up in my face. Well, you went to New Mexico for your medical care. Well, no, I went to New Mexico to see my kids, and I was having visa problems that I had to take care of. And while I was there, I got sick. So sorry. But back to here, my God, I don't know if there's a more laid back place on the planet, Felix.
No,
It,
maybe there is. Maybe it's definitely not in America, but I love that feeling. I love the feeling of, hey, listen, today we're just gonna have fun. Today we're just
yeah,
gonna live life. And I have
yeah,
like an assistant out here who he used to live in the States. He helps me with like little tasks, and like if I have to go because I just got a hair transplant. So if I can't go to the guy go to the doctor with, he brings me to the doctor because it's like the doctor does speak English, but it's just better if they talk in Spanish and he translates it for me because I understand Spanish, but just like real complicated stuff I don't.
yeah.
So and I was asking him, he lived his English is perfect. He lived like multiple stints in the States. I think he lived like 6 months. He went back to Colombia, then he lived there for like 8 months or however long it was, but he did multiple stints in America. And I remember he told me, he's just like, dude, the one thing I don't like about America is you have to just work and work and work and work and work and work and work. And he said he lives here on he lives a really good life for like around like 2 to 3 million pesos per month, like a really good life, and you could do it with less. And it's just there's just the work. And I heard somebody else say, because I'm in a basketball group, and they called it car culture. In the States, it's all about who's got the nicest car, who's got the fastest car, who's got the best car, who's got the nicest stuff, the best stuff, the most cost expensive stuff. Dude, in America, in Colombia, nobody cares about that stuff. Like people are just getting by. Nobody cares. And if
Yeah.
somebody does, like maybe not where you're at, but especially in Medellin, you will see BMWs, you will see Mercedes Benzes, you will see stuff like that. But
Yeah, we
dude,
see it here, but not often.
it's very far and few between. But life here is just relaxing. Like it's just chill. In the States, it's listen, dude. You got your light bill that's $100. You got your electric bill that's $100. That
100.
stuff, yeah,
Try 250 on each of those.
yeah,
It's
yeah, maybe
crazy.
more, maybe more. And you're talking about that same bill in Colombia is 250K, which is like $40 or 50, 45 or $50, depending what the currency's at.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just love the laid back, chilled factor. Like today, I woke up really, really, really early. I couldn't sleep. I woke up at like 5 a.m. I was up till like 7. I went back to sleep till 12 p.m. Got up, did a little bit of work, and now we're here making a video. So, if you
Yeah.
want to escape that stress feeling of like, am I working to live or if I'm living to work? In America, you're working to live. In Colombia, you're living to live. And sometimes it's a good and a bad thing. I don't know if you feel this, Gino, but sometimes I forget what day. Wait, is today Wednesday?
I
Is
do
today
that. I
Sunday?
do that all the time, but I think mine's because I'm old. I don't know. It might be because of anyway, I don't know what day of the week it is. I don't even care what day of the week it is because I
Yeah,
don't have to get up at 9 to 5 anything, you
yeah.
know? And if Maria and I want to get up and she leaves the house at 6 o'clock and walks up to the hospital, which is like 2 kilometers away. And there's a park there with exercise machines in it. And she does that and comes back down, and I waddle down the stairs. She gives me a cup of coffee, feeds me. I get ready and I go do my round around the park and back. And then if we want to go somewhere, we go somewhere. If we don't want to go somewhere, we don't go somewhere.
Hmm.
It's awesome. I had a really good experience today. I met a young carpenter that's from New Mexico. And no, not from New Mexico, but he was in the States for a while. And so he knows a little bit of English, but he worked there, I don't know, off and on, like your buddy.
Hmm.
Off and on he worked as a carpenter and around, and he's got a cabinet shop. And I went
Hmm.
by to see him today, and he invited me to lunch. He said, "Do you eat lunch yet?" And he's a young guy, and we went over and had lunch, and it was awesome because the beautiful part around here is everybody respects everybody, Felix.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
love
mean,
that
if you're
part
an old
about
guy,
Colombia.
you're going to get respect. Even if you're not an old guy, you're going to get respect unless you're a bud,
Hmm.
you know?
Yeah. Like it's just the fact that everybody, like, I noticed I was in the doctor's office yesterday. So to get there, you got to take you got to go to this mall. You got to go through the parking deck, and I'm in the elevator, and I'm telling you, there's got to be like, oh, there's got to be like 15 people in the elevator, and every floor it kept opening up, and there's more people in there. Now in the States, if there's 2 people in the elevator, they'll be like, oh, no problem. I'm telling you, they were, no, come, everybody, come on, come on. Like saying in Spanish, come on, come on, come on.
Yeah,
And
back
we're
it up,
all
pack it up.
standing so close to each other. But like some people are hugging. Some people are, no, 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 it's no problem. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. And then when every single person leaves, everyone says, hasta luego, or, have a good day, or stuff like that.
Que Dios te bendiga.
That never
Yeah.
exists in the States. So just the warm, like Colombia feeling, I love that feeling. And it could be kind of strange in the beginning. Like when I first got here, I'm like, why is everybody saying like good morning to me or good night? But now it's
You're a
just
human
a
being.
habit.
That's why they said hello. You're a human. So anyway, well, Felix, I mean, this thing's dragging on a little, and anyway, it's just nice to have you. Thanks for coming on my channel.
No problem.
Tell us a little bit about your travel channel.
Yeah, so I just started my travel channel. It's called The Giant Traveler. Maybe you could put it in the description for me.
I
But
will be happy
basically, it's just about Medellin right now. Once my girl renews her passport, I'm going to be doing a lot of international travel. Last year, I hit like 5 or 6 new countries, and it's already June, and I've only been to Colombia. So I'm looking to get to Brazil before the end of the year because Brazil has a new visa rule. Basically, from 2019 till up until now, you could go there with just a passport. Now, after October 1st, you need to apply for a visa. So I want to get down to Rio de Janeiro for about 10 days. I also want to get to a few other countries, maybe Argentina and some places in South America. And I want to try to get to at least like 3 or 4 countries because we're already, halfway into the year. And then next year I'm going to go all over the world and just try to knock down as many countries as I can and see what the world offers. Because like me and Geno have said in many videos, people in the States think that the only place that exists in the world is the States, but there's like 200 countries out there. So it's, going to Pennsylvania, going to Florida, going to Texas, going to California, going to Arizona and seeing different states. That's cool. But you will be blown away and you won't even want to visit another state when you go to Colombia, when you go to Mexico, when you go to St. Martin, when you go to Belize, when you go to Spain. It's like it's a whole not when they say it's a whole other world, it's literally a whole other world. So go out there, see the world, explore, check out my channel if you want to know stuff about Medellin. And Geno, thank you as always for having me on the channel. I appreciate you.
Oh, you're welcome, bro. And just like I always say, today is the first day of the rest of your life. So make good use of it. And if nothing changes, nothing changes. We'll see you on the flip side, Felix. Bye-bye.